to the Sports Mom Playbook.
Welcome to the Sports Mom Playbook, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes with real moms and industry experts for all things sports to help you start or make more use of your time on and off the field.
Get ready for this binge-worthy podcast with some special guest appearances. Laugh along and join us in what we love doing, celebrating the true MVPs of the game, moms.
Let's do this.
You know the sound of a game day, the crack of a bat, the roar of the crowd, and of course, that smack of sunflower seeds. And nobody does it better than smacking sunflower seeds. These aren't your average convenience store seeds. We're talking bold, addictive flavors, less mess, and packaging made for the ballpark grind. From dill pickle punch to sweet heat barbecue, Smackin' Seeds brings the flavor and the attitude. Perfect for the dugouts, road trips, and yes, even sideline snacking for sports moms who like a little crunch with their cheer. Family owned just like your local league, stock up at smackinsunflowerseeds.com and use code Rachel84257 for 10% off your first snack-worthy stash. Stock up at smackinsunflowerseeds.com and use code Rachel84257 for 10% off your first snack-worthy stash. Smackin' Sunflower Seeds, fueling your season one smack at a time. Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining us today at the Sports Mom Playbook podcast. Today, we have a very special episode, one that has been seriously requested, and I'm a little nervous, but also a little excited to share. It is the We Listen and We Don't Judge.
Sports Mom edition.
Ready?
Yep. Next up.
Okay. So we listen
and we don't judge.
I sit alone sometimes because I feel like I don't fit in with the other moms.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
I
sad.
can I'm not judging, but man, sometimes it's great.
Yeah.
I feel like that too.
I felt like that when I first started in travel ball. Like even when I started, I didn't know anybody really. So I kind of just sat by myself, did my thing. To your point, like I thrived. I was
a talker.
I didn't. I was, and it's almost like people thought maybe I was a little bit standoffish or like stuck up. Like, but I just was like in my own space. Like I was just there for my child and learning about all the things.
I feel like I could see that from you. And then when we joined that team,
oh yeah,
it was like
I had
we
my
were always
crew.
together, and they're like, okay, now it's the two stuck ups.
Yeah.
We left when you guys joined.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to interact with you very much.
Yeah.
But you and I did for a little bit towards the end. And I always thought you were always the sweetest. But yeah, you were to yourself, which there's a lot of like freedom in that.
Yeah,
It's
to
great.
feel okay to just kind of take a step back and not be
I do it
involved.
every tournament.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You guys see me like I'll coach, and then like you always will be all like hanging out in the canopy. I'm like just strolling by myself with my backpack. I'm like,
Hello.
hello.
But it
Just
depends
me.
because I feel like on the other side of the coin, like on my son's team, I feel like I'm not like that at all. Like we are truly one big happy family.
I love
Mm-hmm.
So it's very interesting. Just
Yeah.
I guess the dynamics of everything. But I don't feel like that now on the team that we're
Yeah.
on now. But
That
when I
makes
first
my heart
started,
hurt, but I love you
Yeah.
very
I'm like,
much.
what do you mean?
Yeah, no.
You like people
we're not judging.
Yeah,
I'm
No,
not sure
I'm
I
just
feel
We're
that.
not judging, but I am offended.
Yeah.
No, I meant like when I first started,
Yeah.
like I was very standoffish, but like with my baseball family, I never had that.
Yeah.
Like, with my baseball travel family, like we never, like we came from rec together. So like it was like a different
It's been
dynamic.
a rough start.
We've also
side.
been together, I think, for years. So
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
attest to that. Like we've been together for, they were in T-ball.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
totally
Oh,
different
yeah.
Different.
dynamic.
You find your people,
And there's a sense of
Mhm.
like familiarity,
Yeah.
which
yeah,
you're
for
going to
sure.
have that in the same over time. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it's always so I like when you read that card, I think about maybe the mom that's just like a little shy,
Yeah.
or maybe the mom that doesn't speak great English
Mhm.
because I can't speak Spanish. Like you don't even want to hear me try.
She's always
I
asking
do.
her, so what they say.
I'm like,
Yeah.
so what?
¿Cómo está?
como se dice.
Yeah.
Muy bien.
I'm like, thankful
When
for
Yuritsa talks
Yuritsa's,
Spanish
like,
with her parents, it's
Lo
the best.
siento.
I know.
Stop.
So
It is
I
so
love
great.
it.
Stop. I
I love
have
it.
such like
So
a white
great.
girl accent.
No,
when
but I
talk.
love
It's
it.
amazing.
We wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know,
great.
but like people, and like, oh, she's
She's
a
like,
green
mommy.
guy.
And then she goes on.
Your mom is, I adore her.
Yeah, she's
She's a little
cutest.
spicy little
spicy.
thing.
She is.
So it's funny because we actually recorded her reaction at one of our kids.
Oh, I saw it. I loved it.
She and that is how
So
she is, and it got so many views. But
I love
all that
it.
to say,
Yeah, she's over at like
a little
100,000 right now.
Yeah, she's just a little.
She's in the
she
shade,
thinks
and
she's
your
so
dad's
cute. Yeah.
Braid and Aria just
Yeah.
getting the best shots.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Kids,
love it,
yeah.
love it,
So
love it.
it's
Yes.
fun. It's fun. But no, I love my flamingo family too.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
Sure.
As we
Do
sit
you?
here.
I do. I really do.
I would say I'm opposite. I am the person that's like, I get there and I'm like, okay, we're ready to make some new friends. And my husband's like in the back, like, oh God, Audrey,
I
please
feel like
shut
Mike
up.
is really quiet.
He is.
Yeah.
And until you get to know him and then it's fine. But I'm like, new team. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go find my people. Like, let me go meet.
When we first met, I told you, I was like, we're going to be best
Yes.
friends.
It's perfect.
Best friends.
Yes.
So
So I was like, okay, good. I'm going to go find my people. Like, let's go. That was fun. Yeah.
Me. There's no people here. Get
Okay.
out of here. No.
Okay. I found Katie. Everyone, just Katie.
Just Katie.
I love it.
Fine.
I'm crazy.
Are we ready for the next one?
Yeah.
we are.
Let's do it.
We listen,
Listen and we don't judge.
I told my kid the game was canceled because I just couldn't do another doubleheader weekend.
Oh,
I feel this
I would have
in my soul.
I would have
I've never
anxiety.
done this, but I have felt this.
I would never be allowed to do that. Mohawk
I
would die.
wouldn't personally do it.
I've never
Usually
done
because
it.
I'm coaching.
I can understand. I can understand. Like, man, did you have a rough week? Like, you don't like. This is the hard part about this is because you don't know the background. Like, maybe their parent was in the hospital and they just need to
Yeah.
like chill out.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I
Not
feel like they
knowing
should
the
have put that in
background.
there. I'm not judging, but they should have maybe do a little.
But like, my thing is, you pay a lot of money
Who
to
wrote
not
this?
go.
Explain why you didn't.
Right? Like, you
Yeah,
pay a lot of
no, I
money
agree.
to not go.
Yeah.
Did it say that they
Okay,
didn't go
if
or their
you-
kid didn't go?
No, they
She
lied.
said
to
They
the
told
kid.
their
this
kid it was
person said, "I
canceled."
told my kid the game
Oh.
was canceled
Okay.
because
But
I
we,
just
like,
couldn't
maybe-
do another doubleheader."
My kids would
Oh.
they would do recon immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, I could.
I
see
must have been
that.
like a little 8U player without a phone.
Yeah.
My kids would be on. What do you mean? It's
They
I
would
would,
see on Instagram.
I
like,
would get found out.
What
so,
do you mean? Mom?
So
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah,
so
no.
funny.
Yeah.
It's.
That's
I
hard.
mean, I can see it, but
I
I don't.
can-
Yeah, maybe
I
like a
don't
little
think I-
detail behind it. I
Yeah.
could see if like something was going on with the family
Yeah.
and you didn't like. There's already so much going on with the kid, and you
Yeah.
didn't want to like.
But I
break his
feel like it
dreams or her
also
dreams.
depends on your team dynamic too, because I know there's certain kids on our team. They're like, "Hey, can you? I can't. Can you take so and so?"
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It
but
happens.
sometimes you don't have that same comfort. Like I know I don't trust everyone with my kid,
Yeah.
so I feel like maybe I don't know.
That's rough though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
maybe some more description behind that so we can actually not judge it.
Maybe their child is one of the bench warmers, and they're like, "We're just not going to do this today."
Oh, that's a good one. That could
Could
be
be.
it too.
Yeah.
Because I've never not done it, but I've wanted to just to make a point.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I
The whole
I
team
could see that.
forfeits. You made your point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on my like 7th week end in a row of tournaments, and I'm like, do they really need Jessie tomorrow? Mark doesn't need her.
It's gonna rain tomorrow too, so
I
it
know,
might
I'm
even
like-
be
oh.
canceled
And I'm
to
local.
begin with.
We're totally local, so I'm fine with it. Whatever.
She'll be at the
But,
cricket spoon.
but this is
Yeah.
you shut your mouth. We're not judging,
I know.
but I might be. No, no. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, that's it. That I can feel it, but I don't know. I've never been brave enough to just be like, we're not coming.
I would get too much anxiety. I don't know. Cassie would be like, I can see it on Instagram or whatever, or she'll be on
Yeah.
my phone
Yeah.
or something. There's always something.
I had anxiety telling Patrick or the coach that I didn't realize that we had a tournament on Memorial Day weekend
Oh yeah.
and we're gone. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. He goes,
Listen.
it's
What?
fine, Care.
You're gone.
Life happens.
I'm like,
Oh
I
my
did
God.
not even know.
Yeah.
We're gone. I know.
Oh, no.
I didn't know when we were going
Yeah.
to the beach. I'm like, it's Memorial Day weekend. Why did you
Right.
plan a tournament? He goes, I didn't realize it was Memorial Day weekend. I was like, you know what I didn't realize is that there's still school after Memorial Day
Yes.
weekend.
Yeah.
There is.
So my oldest, who goes to school in the ESC,
They go for like, they're off Monday,
they're
go
off
back Tuesday,
yeah,
Wednesday
he's-
or something.
It's
like
all
that.
week. The following week, he's gonna miss 2 days of school. I'm like, I didn't know this. This is
Yeah.
a Chronicles of a Homeschool Mom.
yeah.
I didn't
I
know.
get
It's
it,
true.
yeah.
With one kid in public school. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like devastated. I'm like, Patrick, I went on Game Changer and put not going.
Oh.
And I was like hoping he would say something, but he didn't. And I was like, I have to tell him she's not gonna be there.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But the thing is that you tell them in advance, so there's
Yeah.
no issue.
Yes.
He was like, it's
Exactly.
fine, Kara. So I tell him like, oh,
The thing is when you just don't show up. That's
You know,
what
The
I think
optional-
It's funny when you tell the coach like, "Oh, hey, I'm out because like I'm sick or something," and then you see them at like
they're sending
Disney?
videos.
Oh.
We're not judging.
yeah,
cool.
and they're like
Good
in the
to
team
hear.
cup, and you're like, Just be honest.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
hey, you know, like family's in town or I just need a weekend. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's to my point is like, it's your money, right? It's
Right.
your money. It's your kid. Like, so you're in the driving
Yeah.
seat of what you want to do.
Yeah. But let me tell you, we are judging.
Yeah.
Just saying, the ones that are sacrificing
Yeah.
in the the rain,
there.
the sun,
Yeah.
all that stuff for hours,
We
and then
we
you're
don't
having
like
fun.
you right now. I have a good friend who runs an org, and she had a player that said she couldn't be there, and they found out she was guesting for another team.
Oh man.
that's a
Oh,
whole-
that's spicy.
And and this
I
particular
have anxiety
player,
just like
this
hearing that.
particular player,
Yeah.
they have bent over backwards for
Oh.
to help and to make sure she can play and afford the fees and all the stuff. And like it, when this coach found out, I'm like, "What did you do?" She's like, "I didn't know what to do." Like, because it's
That's
not the
tough.
kid.
You cut them.
It's the.
Just kidding.
We're gonna
Now
get
I
her
know
a
why
shirt.
you and
with-
Patrick get along.
you guys are both like,
I know. I'm like, y'all were
vicious.
cutting people
me,
left
that-
and right that first season. We made the cut.
Yes, girl.
High five. We made the cut.
listen, we don't
You find
put-
your people.
To me, that like
No, I love
that
it,
to me
though.
is like painful. Like if I was that coach, I would be. I mean,
Because
no
it's
good, no
not the
good deed goes
child's.
unpunished,
Yeah,
right? Like that's-
correct.
You hear that?
She's no
saying.
longer playing for them. I know this,
Yeah,
but it
that's
just
hard.
it was a kick in the gut because they like went out on a limb to like
Yeah.
help get
Yeah.
them money
That's
to help
hard.
her play, and the mom kind of manipulated the situation. She's kind of one of those team hoppers. Doesn't have a team home, or a home team, but
Doesn't want to pay
doesn't
monthly
wanna play-
dues.
Yeah, just wants to guest play
Mhm.
all the time.
Dead.
Is that a thing? Like they're not on a team, but they just go and guest play all the
Yes.
time.
Yeah, that's a thing.
There are people
It is
that
a
do
I
that.
big
think-
thing.
What's the benefit of that
They don't pay
besides not
dues.
having any dues?
There's no.
They don't have to go to practices,
Yeah.
and they don't pay dues.
So they
You just show up and play. You basically get your cake, and you eat it too, kind of. Like you get the prize without having to do any work.
But all they're doing is playing. They're not getting the teamwork.
But like when they're guest
the-
playing, they're not
that's
playing
crazy.
like shortstop or pitching.
I mean,
It
that's
depends on what
sometimes,
they're
Yeah,
doing.
that's not always.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
not
some
always-
teams that show up have a guest
I
player
would
that
be
takes
not
in.
okay if I was like my kid was on the team and we have a guest player and they're in front of my kid. I might
Listen,
have
that's a
problem
whole
with that.
episode.
That's a whole
That's a-
episode.
yeah,
That's a
that-
whole
and that
episode.
is
Did
very
that
real.
happen?
We
Yes.
have
Yeah.
on our team. We do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have rhyme and reason, and
I need some detail.
we have
I'm devastated.
backup, and
Yeah, I almost left the team for that. I'm just kidding. Tatum.
you're cut.
Tatum and
There's like 7
in
other
right
of
field.
you. It's fine.
Tatum doesn't deserve to be in right field. Just kidding. Totally kidding.
So
Another-
you will guest play someone and put them at pitcher.
We usually just find like a guest pitcher just because we have developing pitchers. And in softball, there's no like you got to get out of it. Like there's just no coming back. Like I don't know. I don't want to say it and like offend people, but like you got to have somebody that can like get you out of it. Like
straight
you out of
we,
it.
and
You
we
have
have
to
we
wait
have
for the
great
closure.
pitchers.
Yeah.
We have great pitchers.
Uh-huh.
We do, and they're developing. They're newer. Sometimes it's their first rec or from rec to travel. Like
Right. So
we have
so it's a
girls that are
different-
going to dominate. Maybe not this season. Maybe middle of next season. But we don't really necessarily, and I mean this in the most positive way,
Mhm.
have that closer like that one. We're like,
You go
because
out
it's
there
not
and you're
even
like,
just their
strike,
skill.
strike.
It's
Yeah.
not
Right.
skill. It's their mentality. It's their
Mhm.
confidence. It's everything. So when I pull a guest pitcher on, it's not to sit my pitchers. It's because who wants to go pay all this money, sit here for 12 hours and watch you get annihilated after walks, and then watch your daughter on the mound walk everybody crying, being defeated. Like to me, when we pull on a guest pitcher, it is really just to really help our pitchers because they are developing, and it's not fair to leave them on the mound in the hot sun walking everybody. There's nothing they can do. They're still developing, and it kills their confidence is my opinion.
And it's not that pitcher is like the end all be all. Like we have a good infield. We have a good
Yeah.
defense. Well, we have a
Right.
good defense all around.
yeah.
That if we have a pitcher that ends up, getting a lot of hits off of her, we still are able to field the ball, get the
Mhm.
outs.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it's just more of like we're not walking
Yes.
a bunch of kids.
Correct.
Because if you walk them all, I mean,
Yeah. And then that
Yeah, you
we
can
had that
definitely
happen
game that
in
way.
one
Mhm.
tournament, and that was
we did that one tournament. We lost 20 to something, 2
and
games in
that
a row.
was devastating.
That was hard.
And it's hard on the pitchers, and it's
Right.
tough, and it's
a mental.
it is.
a
And
mental
I
game.
think of it mental wise, not like I just want to win every game. It's me. It's like this is not going to be great for her.
Mhm.
So I'm going to get a guest pitcher that is either older or just been doing this for a while. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's just, but yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying though, because there are some teams that will do it.
Yeah. I never even thought that was
We
like
haven't
what,
really seen it because we don't have guest players on our boys team. Like I don't think we've ever had a guest player on the baseball team, so
Yeah,
we don't really
it's
know
a
what
thing.
that looks like. But for softball, it happens more often than not.
than not. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, especially if your boys have played together for a while. So like, didn't you say y'all came from like T-ball and kind
Yeah.
of moved together? So
Mhm.
probably don't need as many. Or like organization, you have a lot of new people coming in and like building all of those
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
talents.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Who's up next?
next up.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge.
I packed 2 right cleats once. Had to duct tape one foot. You gotta do what you gotta do. There's
fact
no
that they had
judgment
duct tape,
because
How did you function? Were they
What?
not like
I'm confused.
it says
Duct tape the foot. Like, so there was one foot with duct tape on and one
I
foot
don't-
with the cleat?
It says I packed 2 right cleats once. So they had 2 right foot cleats and had to duct tape one foot.
Why
So-
would you have to duct tape the foot
To cover it so they can run? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Well, we're not judging. The fact that you
No.
had duct tape, good for you.
If they found a
who's
way.
resourceful?
do you have duct tape in your car?
No.
But what are we
I have a
duct
lot of
taping?
I'm concerned with
That's
whoever
what
does.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, is it just
Like,
the
are you a
foot? Then you
murderer?
run on that?
What are we doing?
Serial
What bodies
killer.
do you have? What's your body count?
Yeah.
Body count.
Oh,
The
that
fact
means
that
something
they have
different now.
multiple,
Oh gosh, that's something
multiple
else.
sets
Or-
of cleats, I think is also
Oh, geez.
interesting.
Right. Yeah.
Do you
We
have multiple
packed
sets
2
of
right
cleats?
cleats once.
I have them in
had
all
to
the
duct
sizes
tape
'cause
one
they were on
foot.
sale. So I just bought them all.
We had, remember that one time that what was it you that someone left their cleats and we were like, well, we'll stop at Academy for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yes,
me.
that
It was you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then Mike came to the
Yeah, we
rescue.
had
Mike
to
came
do
to
one.
rescue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because
Tatum.
her
Yeah, we got
exercise.
all the way to
To-
Altamont
yeah.
or wherever we were, and it was
Oh, we did that as well. Went from where we're at to South Orlando, and Mike was out of town, so it was on me, which obviously that didn't work out. And so Tegan had her just sandals or whatever. We asked if anybody had extra pair of shoes, like, whatever. And they're
Yeah.
like, no one did. She had to squeeze into her little brother's shoes for the entire game.
Aw, sweet
Luckily, it wasn't
baby.
too bad, but he was the only one around that had even like tennis shoes, like
Yeah.
that she could wear. And I was like, thank goodness for that, because it was like last minute or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious about the
I
duct tape
know.
one foot.
Why would you have
like-
to duct tape it though?
I don't know because it's still the wrong foot for your
But
left foot. But
Do you duct tape it on like the center here to like, because that's like kind of the difference, right? I don't know. I'm so
Also, how did you?
confused.
Isn't it really uncomfortable in a cleat?
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know.
I don't know how you would. Yeah.
I
don't
just
know.
Also,
extreme-
I
Very
have
curious.
to I have to confess something too, because so like when my daughter was younger, this is like when we first started at South Orlando, and it was like Grayson's first T-ball season, and
Yeah.
Keaton was the coach, which was very exciting.
Shout out to Keaton.
I would not wake her up because she's like the devil. Like if you wake her up in the
Aw,
morning,
sweet
she
cow.
is pissed. And
Yeah.
she's pissed all day. Not
Yeah.
just like, oh, I'm gonna be
Oh.
mad and like, no. Like
No.
your day is ruined. And
I get
knows
it.
She'll ruin everyone's day.
I get it.
At Publix, like I'm like, you want a cookie? No. Like she's horrible. So it's bad. It's like
Yeah.
really scary. I'm like, girl, we don't know about you. So Keaton calls
Cassidy.
me and he's like, babe, because he was like running like a little late. But he also likes to be there ridiculously early. Like if the game's at 8, he's there at like 6:30.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
there with
why?
them.
What are you doing? Like
We're
anyway,
getting our minds right.
I guess
We're getting right with Jesus.
We are getting understimulated and we are ready to go.
He calls me. He's like, did you get my picture? And I'm like, no. Like I just got out of the shower. No. What's up? And he goes, I left the house with my sandals. I don't have any shoes. So can you bring my shoes for me? So then one of his friends who was a coach on another team was like laughing at him. And so his wife texted me the following week and she was like, hey, Sean did the same thing today. So like now we're even.
Now
you know?
we're even.
Yeah.
That's so
It
funny.
happens though.
When one of my kids was still playing 8U, we were at a tournament. We would pull in, get to the field, and she's like, I don't have my cleats. So this was like 8, like I don't know, probably 3 years ago. And the coach tried to like hide the fact that she was wearing Crocs
Stop.
in the outfield.
With duct tape? Did you?
Just Crocs. Just Crocs.
Again, where does
He
this actually come into
sent
play?
So she was normally the catcher for 8U, but she couldn't catch because she didn't have cleats. So he's like, just go in the outfield and put Crocs on.
In sports mode, I'm assuming.
Yeah, obviously.
mode.
She was later found out, and we got her. It was fine, but that was interesting. Like
That's
you're sending my
hilarious.
kid out with
With Crocs.
Crocs on.
That's so funny.
That's
Hey.
so funny.
So funny.
That's good.
Well, thanks for the duct tape.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll have to like.
I
figure
don't
this out.
understand that.
We have to
I
Google
don't either.
it. Like, what
That's an
does that mean?
interesting one.
Did you just put duct tape on the foot so that you had one cleat and one duct taped foot?
Oh.
That's kind of what I was thinking. But
Yeah,
that
but
would-
there's
how would
no
that be
grip.
Allowed though. You can't do that.
That's like not having shoes on at all.
Yeah, you're barefoot with duct tape
We'll
on
have
your
to figure
feet.
that out.
I have to Google it.
We're not judging.
No.
Not judging at all.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
Okay. We listen and we don't judge. One time I had a one-night stand. A few months later, I signed my son up for baseball. Come to find out, the guy, one-night stand, ends up being my son's coach. And his wife is the team mom.
Oh, this is good.
Ooh.
Oh my, that's a juicy one.
That's
I'm
a good
sweating.
Ooh, I mean,
Oh
we need some, like-
wow.
I didn't. This is not mine, but I'm hot for that person.
Well, we're gonna assume that kid got starting position.
He is shortstop. He is first at bat. He is all the things. Is what
Is
it
that
is.
the same one from before?
Yeah, maybe it's double. You know,
That is wild.
that's crazy.
What do you do? That's
I mean, at least she
situation.
remembered her one night stand. There's that.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying anything.
I was
but
going
I'm
to say,
just saying.
I don't really know where this is headed.
I know.
Yikes.
Edit that out because I've never had a one night stand.
Lies.
I haven't actually.
Really?
It was my first one.
Oh my
stand.
So then you have had
So
a one
your
night stand.
first
Yeah,
and
but
last
then I'm
turned
married
into-
and we have kids.
Turned into married.
I gave Clint a
Okay.
week. We were a week, but I've had one night stands.
Yeah,
Is
me
this
too.
you?
Care, we don't judge.
No, that's not me.
Okay.
That's not me.
I couldn't.
Could you
what-
imagine like walking up to like the first practice, like, shit.
I think I'd be like, okay, son. Well, we're gonna go, and
I want
we're
to
gonna
know,
find
did the
another
coach
team.
know?
Because don't the coaches put the teams together, like the roster?
It depends.
But
on
if
if
it's a one-night stand,
you don't know the
on-
names.
They don't know her last
Oh,
name,
true.
probably.
Yeah.
But
Or
also,
a different
with
last name,
T-ball,
if
you
she's
just get
single.
thrown onto a team
That's
because there's no
true.
drafts in
Oh,
like
yeah.
T-ball.
Dang, that's awkward.
I wonder if
I
she
wonder
asked
if the
for
coach
it.
remembered
I guess it would
though.
depend on if it was memorable or not. Like, if it was
Well,
good or
clearly it
not.
was for her.
For her, yeah.
Could you
Well,
imagine
most
being
women-
the team mom? Be like, hi guys, I'm the snack
So
mom.
nice to
Be
meet
like,
you. I am your stepmom.
Yeah.
Yaritza.
She's like, this is my husband, and you're like, oh, I know him. Like, I
Done.
mean, that would be weird.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
awkward. I don't know.
Good to know now.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
juicy. Well,
Okay.
thanks for
Well.
writing in.
Yeah.
Thanks for writing in, people.
I love that. All right. Do you have one too?
I don't have one. You go.
Okay. All right, ready? We
listen and we don't judge.
When a mom created a fake injury to get out of a tournament.
The mom created it.
Like on the child or the or
No,
her?
the mom herself creating an injury so she didn't have to go to the tournament.
What if you don't have to create them? You just
Don't
just
go.
Just don't go. I guess I don't know.
Is the guilt that bad to be like, hey, I'm not coming?
I feel like,
I
we're
mean,
like
I would
grown
feel
adults. Like we're
guilty.
not going to jail if we don't go to a softball or a baseball
It's
game.
probably
Just
from the
be
kid.
honest.
My
The
kids
kid
are like,
might
Mom,
be.
are you coming? Like, I go to every game, but there's one tournament where I had to divide and conquer.
Yeah.
They're like, are you coming to my game? And I'm like, yes, I'm driving the hour to get to your game.
Yeah.
I saw the last 20 minutes of it, but I was here, you know?
Yeah.
So,
You mean you didn't slip and fall in the shower and
listen, no,
break
I
your
didn't
hip?
break my leg. Yeah, no, definitely not. But yeah,
If that rewarded her like time alone in bed and the kids
good for her.
Yeah, good for
Yeah.
her.
see, how do you do that? Because I would be in bed like on Game Changer, like I'm missing it. I can't. I just
Yeah, I would feel like I'm FOMO.
I will
Yeah.
I will be honest, I do get FOMO like last weekend when
You did have FOMO.
I had major FOMO. I FaceTimed. I was on FaceTime with you.
She's like, tell me when to leave.
I sent my husband
Oh,
off early in the morning because I'm like, you just go. You go. Have fun.
I did. I made a comment too. I was like, hey, Clint, why don't you come to the morning games and stand in the fucking rain?
Yeah. And he's like, I know. And I was like, that was a good call for me. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I should get there because we were playing that one. We were playing a certain team that I wanted to watch
Yes.
at the 9:30 game. And I was like, we got to get there. We got to get there. And then I talked to you and you're like, it's on. It's on. And then 5 seconds later, it was like just
Downpour.
the rain was
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like, we're
Got
not
rained
on.
out.
We're not on.
Poor
Yeah.
Clint, the one time he comes
I
like
know.
early.
I
He's
know.
just standing
Oh,
there in
don't
the
worry. I made
rain.
a comment to him.
Listen, I've spent plenty. of
Oh, I
time
know.
in the rain.
Absolutely.
That
Yes.
man needed to pay his dues. I know that he does other ways to help, but like, no, you needed to go. But yeah, I was bummed. So I was
Just so
like,
you know, you came in really clutch though because you made the brunch reservations.
Yeah,
You found
yeah.
it. I mean, so you
Yeah,
were
you did.
top
we had
that
our
day.
whole setup.
Love
Everyone
it.
got their brunch on, and
That's right.
Yeah.
everyone was soaking wet, but it was
It
fine.
was great.
But yeah, I definitely did have FOMO.
Yeah.
I did.
I don't know. I can't.
But I didn't mind staying in bed at 6 a.m. Like
Oh.
by 8, I was like, okay, we got to get up. We gotta
Yeah.
go. We gotta
Yeah.
go.
I don't know. I haven't. I don't know. I
can't just lay in bed, so I don't know what that's like.
Oh, I can just lay in bed. That's
Oh,
why my
me
son
too.
calls me a seagull.
It's my office.
If you watch
What
that,
that is my
he calls me. So at the end of the episode, there's one highlight MVP of the week, and my son Brayden, he was like, you know, if you're swaggy me. He was like, if you know, what animal reminds your what animal does your mom like you think of your mom? And he goes, a sea cow, because she just lays in bed.
Not even a manatee, a sea cow.
A sea cow. So yeah, no, I can do that.
Well, you're
I
a
love
beautiful
it.
sea cow.
Listen, I love my bed.
My husband calls it my office.
Yeah.
My bed.
Really?
Yeah, it's my office. It's where I do bills. It's where I answer emails. It's where I watch TV. I will answer questions from my bed. I will mother very well from my bed on some days.
I can't do it.
Because I need it.
That's so funny.
I need to be horizontal sometimes and not doing horizontal
Yeah.
things. Just leave me alone. I just need to be
Well, you do
fine.
have
Well, she does. We're not judging, but she does have 8 kids. 8 people.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
a
lot.
lot.
It's a lot.
So
But
I can
it's
see that.
But yeah, no, Clint, he definitely does let me have horizontal time without him.
Yeah.
Myself.
Horizontal
I love it.
time without him.
That's what it's called now.
Me and
Horizontal time.
Jesse.
Exactly.
It's horizontal time, Clint.
Yeah. You can join now.
It's so
Sometimes we do it vertically.
oh
Dead.
Jesus.
I'm dead.
Oh gosh.
She's like, please edit this.
Look at her.
out.
She's like,
Her face is like beet red. If we edit this out, that would be great.
Fill up your champagne.
Yeah.
What else do you have
listen.
to tell us?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. No, he
Top
came
you
home
up.
at like 2 a.m.
Oh,
from work. And he was like, why do you text me? I'm not going to see it. I'm sleeping. And he was working at Celebration last night. And he was like, I had the unit, but they needed to cut some people. And I offered because, you know, you had this morning. And he's like, I knew that we were having things going on. He's like, I just figured if I can get home, you could just go and not think. And I was like, oh, okay. But he
How
shows
thoughtful.
up.
I know,
I
he's
mean, he
super
can be
sweet.
thoughtful at times. It's not often. He was just horny.
Aw,
He was
Clint.
careful.
He was just horny.
He wanted horizontal time.
He wanted horizontal time with me. So he comes home at like 2:30 in the morning.
Not vertical.
Luckily, like I'm not like startled when I wake up, but there's this man standing at his side of the bed and I didn't expect him home. He goes, I texted you. I'm like, when the fuck am I going to see your text message?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I just figured I'd just like slip in and just surprise you. And I'm like, nope, we're not doing this right now. Nope. And he got his
Slip
way.
in and
then he
surprise.
got
Yeah, he got it. He got his way.
I
And it
love
was
it.
vertical.
Oh,
I was like,
my
I know.
God.
He was in rare form
The
last
Wilmette
night.
kids cannot listen to this
No.
episode.
No, not. He's like, I mean, we're not having any more kids. We're fixed. And so he's like, it's fine. Kids-
We're neutered.
We're neutered. We're good. We're good.
Dead.
But
Could you
yeah.
imagine 9?
You wanted
What's
9 at
one
one
more?
point.
What
I
is
think-
one more?
I think if I hadn't had 2 miscarriages after Wilder, I would have had more.
Yeah.
But having 2
Yeah.
losses, like I never had any miscarriages and I had 2 back to back and that just wrecked
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like no explanation, just, oh, I've lost 2 babies back to back. I was like, oh, well, I'm not doing this anymore. And then Shep
Yeah.
came and it was like, he actually, and I was like 4 months pregnant with Shep when he went and got fixed.
Yeah.
Or vasectomy, whatever. Because I'm like, if I lose him, I'm fine. Like
Yeah.
we're done. And obviously he's very much alive and well and driving all of us crazy. But yeah, no, I would have had more.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh my God.
I would have.
Great.
I would have. And I think I missed it for a minute. But now
Rachel.
that like I have an almost 17-year-old, I know, right? I'm crazy. This is someone
You're
who didn't
not
want
crazy.
This is someone who didn't want children.
I think.
Oh, wow.
Really?
My husband and I
I
didn't
know.
want
That's
children.
what I'm saying. It's like, wait, I had to like digest that.
So my
I was
husband
like,
and
wait,
I,
I'm sorry.
That's what I was
didn't
thinking. I
want
was like,
children. Yeah, we
I
didn't
like
want
to watch
that.
the light bulb go off.
I mean, it's hard to believe. I get it, but like if you knew us back then, like my husband is 11 years older than me, and he never wanted children.
Okay.
He ended a relationship with somebody that he was with for a very long time because she wanted kids and he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
God,
she's
that
probably
must be really
jealous.
bad
and
with
I
dogs.
mean,
No
if
kidding.
she
I
goes
think
through
So when she like
she's wealthy,
Googles Clint and sees all these damn
I think
kids,
she was
she's
just
gotta be
more like,
salty.
damn. It just makes
She's gotta be salty.
She's.
That
I
ex
mean,
is
I don't
salty.
know. When you look at our children, I would probably be salty too because they're pretty fucking cool. But I just feel like, I mean, they are. I love my kids, but I just feel like you meet the right person, and things happen.
change. Yeah.
But yeah, we both didn't want kids. I didn't want kids for reasons like selfish reasons. Well, we both were selfish about it, but I helped raise my sister's kids. So I was like, peace out. And he didn't want kids because he just grew up in a bad home and he just he didn't know if he'd ever be a good dad or a good husband. And he just was like, I don't want to even risk it.
Right.
So it took his dad dying and him being the only heir to his family, the only person in his family bloodline to be like, yeah, I guess we probably should have one. And the rest is history. But yeah, it's a shit show, but it's fun. But I think we would have had more if I hadn't had those 2 miscarriages for sure.
Oof. Dang. I stopped at 2. That was a hard stop.
I mean, but we never stopped having kids. That's the problem, is that we just kept having kids and having kids and having kids. So we never felt the like freedom of not having a child. So we stayed in the diaper potty training phase
until last year.
Shepard's out of diapers. He sleeps without a diaper now. Like, it's a new season, and I could never go back to having a baby. Like, if I got pregnant tomorrow, I'd probably crumble into a box of rocks. Don't speak that into existence. But the reality is, like, this is what Clint and I firmly believe. Like, this is what God called us to. Like, this was just something that God said. This is what we felt it. It wasn't just, it wasn't flippant. It wasn't like, we're just going to keep having kids and live off the system. Like, we're very much independent people. We don't have a village. My husband works a lot. Like, people believe, like, it is wild what people will say to me. I'm like, we just do it. I don't know. My husband works a lot.
I think in today's world, it's like very common to have like 1, 2.
Yeah.
Like, so
maybe
I can
3.
understand, like, because even when you had told me, like, confessional, right? You were like, yeah, she has 8 kids. I was like, shit, of her own?
Yeah.
Like, that was my knee jerk.
Like, you thought like a blended family?
Yeah. That's how you normally hear like that when you have that amount, you know?
Yeah.
So I said to her, I was like, that's badass. Like, good for her. Like, I wish I could.
And you're still walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a plus.
and you look smoking. Like,
my uterus is still
bravo.
intact. It's good. I do those Kegels, guys.
I always tell you. You're
You and I will always talk about, like, I'll say stuff to her that's so wild. I'm like, I don't even know why she talks to me anymore, but I'll say stuff like,
Yuritsa loves it.
I do. I'm here to listen.
Did you also have like good pregnancies?
I had amazing pregnancies.
Oh, so yeah.
My first one,
I feel like depending on how your pregnancies are
did.
and like
the newborn stage.
there's so many factors.
I feel like that too. Like, I feel like when Chip and we got pregnant really early into our relationship, but I was like puking out the side of the shower after a good old bender at Daytona Beach. And I was puking up Taco Bell and I was like, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Is it because you ate the Taco Bell though?
No, it was Cassidy. It was Cassidy, our full-blown tequila cigarette Cassidy. There she is, thriving. I mean, I don't know how many cigarettes I smoked and how much tequila I took that weekend.
Yeah.
But that Monday morning, I'm like puking out the side of the shower. I'm like, I never puke. I was like, well, it did take a lot of tequila.
Yeah.
No, it was Cassidy. And she's thriving.
So
Look at her.
funny.
I love it.
Love
Big
Cass.
old gentle giant walking around, cigarettes and all.
I love it.
Cigarettes.
Oh my god.
no.
I knew I was pregnant because I didn't like the taste of beer. Like, somebody had mentioned that before.
Really?
Like, a couple weeks before, I was like, how did you know you were pregnant? Because Mike and I were kind of trying, like, if it happened. And she goes, I didn't like the taste of beer. And I was like, oh, that's weird, okay. And I'm like, that's never going to happen. So I'm like,
Love my beer.
So I'm with
Give me a beer.
Yeah, Mike and I are with my parents and we're on vacation or whatever. And we go and have beer. And I'm like, oh, this tastes bad. Didn't think anything of it, And I'm like, okay, I'll have a vodka drink. I was like, oh, that doesn't taste very good either. And I'm like, oh. This is weird. This is not. But then we got to whiskey, and whiskey went down just fine. So my little one is my little whiskey girl because then I found out later I was
whiskey girl.
So then I the next week I was like, oh, I should probably take a pregnancy test, and I was pregnant. So it was just funny because now I was like joking, like she's our little whiskey girl because beer, vodka, all the other ones, I was like, oh, it'll be fine. And whiskey went down
Was it
just
Irish
fine.
whiskey? Because she's got red hair.
I know she does have red hair. I don't even remember. I just remember it was like whiskey was just fine going down. So
I don't even remember when I got pregnant with Lucas. Honestly, I don't remember. Every time I did get
horizontally.
yeah.
Or vertically.
Or vertically.
Or vertically.
Oh, there's a lot of vertical
I
back
would
in
say
the day.
every time I got pregnant, we were drinking.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
It was
Yeah.
fun. It was fun times. And we would be like,
She's like, I'm not sharing any story. Patrick will kill me.
Yes, you would.
Yes.
He's like, don't say anything embarrassing. No, but I remember.
I don't even want
would
that
be
image
mad
in
at
my
you?
head. To
Yeah.
be
No,
honest
No,
with
no.
you.
I remember when I got pregnant with Brayden. Like, I remember almost vividly.
Do you remember
to the
Aria
day.
though?
I don't
do
know
you
if
like,
I
did
want
you like,
this.
did
No,
you like,
you're not
did you
gonna
step
get
away
this.
that
I don't know
moment
if I
and
want
be
this
like, I'm
mentally
pretty
in my
sure
head.
I'm
I have to
pregnant
see
from
this
this?
man every day.
Huh?
Like, did you like walk away from that moment? Like, I got pregnant. I'm pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I think with both
God,
kids.
I'm like writing a line up. I'm like, oh. Don't
Like,
even
that
tell
was-
me. He's like,
that
my
was-
I'm
brother.
just saying, like, I don't. And
It's
I
like
was,
hearing my
so-
brother. It's like,
yeah.
oh, Patrick, you're disgusting.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
You walked
know,
away
it's
like
crazy,
pregnant.
Yeah.
I just knew. My
Yeah.
body just was like,
Oh my God.
you just know.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I love
it.
it.
was fun. But I don't want any more kids. I love my my little noodles, and
That's
I'm
right.
happy.
There is like something to be said for the sweetness of just the little family. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I would never change my life, but sometimes I'm like, I can just see like it's just so sweet. Like it's just you got your two and you're like go along. And me, I'm just always a shit show. Like there's just it's.
But
We're
see, I
always a
love
shit
that.
show, too.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like when my front door is filled with just like 80 pairs of shoes,
Yeah.
and we have a house full of people, like you hear like the stampede. It sounds like there's like
Yes.
rhinoceroses playing
Yeah.
upstairs and the hockey
Mhm.
thing,
It's
and like
fun.
I love that. So
Yeah.
like to me, I always was like, oh, I'm gonna have a big family. I'm gonna have a lot of kids, and it just wasn't in the cards for us.
Yeah.
But I also love
Yeah.
that
But you
little.
get that with baseball though. Like you get all
Yes.
the families
Yeah.
that come over and
Right.
it fills that need in other ways.
Yeah.
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 But like, God bless you, because I'm
That's
just
amazing.
like and I know you homeschool, but I'm like, I couldn't even imagine sending that many kids to school, like with the backpacks and like
Mhm.
keeping up.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like homeschool was definitely the way to go.
Trust me, I've put them on more waiting lists. Like, they need to go to school. And then I'm like, no.
Remove
I
them
love
off
it.
the waiting list.
There's like a new school that's
Oh,
just
look,
opening.
new school opening.
Yeah,
Enrolls all 8
literally.
of them.
Yeah, literally, that
Even
just happened.
Even Shep
Goes to
is
pre-K.
Do you have a VPK? Because I could really use him.
Do you have a 2-year-old VPK?
Thank you.
No, there is a school that just opened up right by our house, and I put them. I had
love
put them
her.
on the waiting list. They all got in. I got text. You know what? Do you know what I
Thank you. I
did?
appreciate that.
You know what I
I'm
did? I
so in it.
accidentally posted the picture of their acceptance texts on Facebook, and it was
How long
it
ago
was-
was
because
this?
iPhone tags the
someone
first photo.
told me.
Trust
Someone
everyone
texted
on
me
the
and goes, "Did you
flamingos."
mean to text this or put this on Facebook?" It was their acceptance to the school that they got into,
Shut up.
and I was like, "No!" It
Clint
somehow.
imagine Clint
I
at
was
work.
like clicking pictures from like softball, but yeah, I did, and I'm not doing it because
They might actually do so well, though. I feel like
I
your
think they
kiddos
would do great.
thrive because
I-
they love.
I
They're
think
so social.
They would do
and-
great, but I just like I'm a weirdo. I like them home with me. I
That's
think I
great.
just every school year.
Listen,
No.
I think after at the end of every school
true.
year, I'm like, I can't handle you guys anymore. You guys are driving me crazy. But then I'm like, but I really love you being
that's
home.
how I
yeah.
feel during the summer.
I couldn't
when there's no
imagine
school.
you not
I'm
well,
being
like,
this
what am I gonna
morning
do
when
with
I was
you?
getting ready to come here, I was like,
Week 2.
does Cassie really have to go to school? I was like, do I really have to wake up that demon child and get her dressed?
Oh,
And then
don't say that
literally as
about
I'm brushing my hair,
Cass.
Cassie, are you awake? Banging on our bathroom because it goes right into our bathroom.
we do that
Our
too.
bathroom
Yes.
wall is her bedroom wall, not on her bed, but I
That's
can like
my
bang on it.
voice. I do
Yeah.
the same thing.
So I can
yeah.
hear her like when
Mhm.
she's in her room, like on her desk and stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm like, donk, donk, donk. I'm like, are you awake? But I was like, but I was sitting there with my coffee. I was like, does she really need to go to school? Like, do I really care to hop her up and drive her the 3 minutes?
The 3 minutes on the road.
Where I see
No.
Patrick every morning.
Yes.
You don't have to.
So
love it.
funny.
So what do you guys do in the summer?
Well,
We're like her life. Like you're like this like alien. We're like,
No,
what
like, do you
do?
do okay? Because like obviously all of our kids are in sports. So
Yeah.
do you do any type of like
Summer camp.
summer camps
Yeah.
like geared specifically towards that sport, or do you like what do you?
I haven't enrolled them in anything sports related. My bigger kids are going to church camp for the
Okay.
week in June.
Uh huh.
My son's gonna do soccer camp
Is their church camp away or like
away. They go to Georgia.
Oh, that's
fun.
fun.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
they go to?
like
they
the
go-
older 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lucas isn't going.
Just Jonah.
My oldest is going. Yeah,
Okay.
Jonah, the 3 others.
Yeah.
They'll go. This will be their 3rd year
Oh,
going.
that's
fun.
exciting.
Well, my oldest daughter's 3rd year, but it'll be.
Do they room together or they just?
Oh no, it's separated. Boys and girls are separated, and it's
Uh-huh.
age by age.
By age.
So my oldest daughter is 9th grade, and
Mm-hmm.
then I've got an 8th grade, going into 8th grade and going into 7th grade.
Okay.
But so they'll do that, and then that week,
Horizontal.
horizontal.
Maybe vertical.
That week,
Maybe vertical.
I got very creative, and I'm farming out the other children.
Farming out.
You like the way I
That was
use that?
perfect.
I'm spreading them out amongst family and friends, and
Mhm.
Clint and I are going to have 2 days alone at home
Oh, good for you.
2
That's
days.
great.
because life is expensive. So I'm like, I don't really want to go pay for a hotel. So I'm like, let's just enjoy our mortgage and the taxes we pay on this
Live
house.
on the lake.
And
They have a beautiful
we-
home on the lake.
Yes.
And we'll just enjoy our waterfront,
for
and maybe
you.
we'll take the boat over to,
Salt
a
Shack.
restaurant. Yeah, Salt
Mhm.
Shack, or So
That'd be so
we have
nice.
that to
Run
do.
to the Kraken people.
Yeah.
Secretly, you love it.
People are going to start messaging us like they're a spirit
Guys,
animal.
you have no idea.
Like I'm this animal.
So
I
and
just-
then we'll do soccer practice or soccer camp.
Sorry.
And
I
then
love
we'll do
it.
soccer.
And then
Furries. And then we do soccer.
yes.
I
quick.
this
actually-
is how the mom brain
this-
actually works.
Yeah.
Truly.
This is.
100%.
But I will say this: I'm excited because my oldest daughter did a prospect camp for one of the sanctions last year,
Mm.
and she's created a relationship with one of the head coaches for one of the colleges locally. And I saw something he posted the other day about doing like one-on-one coaching in the off season.
Mhm.
So I reached out to him yesterday, and so he's going to do coaching with my two older. He's going to come. He's a D1 college coach,
Nice.
and I can't say his name now. But
Oh,
I'll
that's
tell you later.
great.
And he does 2 at a time, and so I'm excited about that. So we're going to fill
Yeah.
our summer with that as well.
That's amazing.
That's nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
But we're going to do a lot of playing on the water. And
That's
I
awesome.
mean,
we have our
wow,
family.
that's
We have our
beautiful.
team
Yeah.
sport. We have our team party at
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go to the beach for a weekend.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I feel like
Yeah.
the summer blows by.
It
Am I the
does.
only one that likes when the kids don't have school, so I don't have to like
Same.
Wake up on a
wake up,
routine.
right? Like I love that.
The
Like
So
schedule.
I'm like
as much
the
as the house
only-
is always a
I think I'm the
mess.
only parent that does like like summer tournaments.
yeah.
I like
you?
I like to kind of
Stay.
We
You
have
like to
one in
stay-
but like
Yeah.
a fun summer tournament where
beach
like we all
one.
book a beach
Yeah.
weekend
Right.
and we
We
turn
love
it into like a
those.
vacay. Like
I've been
I
trying
do
to
like
convince
that.
your husband.
That's fine.
I hear
Listen,
that. I
convince
heard
Yeah, we
hard.
pulled some out.
Already, one of our moms found one in California, like this beautiful beach.
Oh, I'm not trying to
Like-
go all there. I was like,
Yeah, I was like
We're
saying
trying.
Florida.
do our
Yeah.
flights.
No,
there was like one in the Keys. I was like,
it's
Patrick?
beautiful though.
Yes.
I'm
No,
trying to
a
get
couple
in.
of our
I'm trying to
kids-
get that
Yeah.
Vero one.
A couple
Yeah.
of our parents want to do like a DR trip.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
that would be
You
fun.
guys are like legit.
Listen.
They're like Rachel Planet. I'm like, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
Can you put me on the list?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be our mascot.
Yes, I will be your mascot.
You can come.
Spartan.
Yeah, you could just be like
Spartan.
Oh my gosh. I have to pee.
You could just
Careful,
be.
not the cat.
You could come. You could come and just Everybody likes. Listen, the more when you book those trips, though, the more people you have,
the
it's
cheaper
usually
it is.
cheaper.
Oh,
That's
well,
true.
Let me know.
But I like a good like tournament, like beach weekend
We love
Yeah,
those.
those are
over the summer.
Yeah.
I like
We
that
do love
UCF
those.
camp.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I
The
haven't.
UCF
Baseball camp.
Are-
Yeah,
Is B and them doing
he's
it this
gonna
year?
do it this year.
It's a great camp.
Yeah,
I do like it. It's outside, but they never complain. They're just
they
like
it's just
sweating.
so well run. Like everybody, the coaches, the kids, the athletes that run it. Like it's
Mhm.
just such a good camp. The kids love it.
The
It's
kids
good.
do
They
like
really
it.
do.
I have
Yeah.
like learned my lesson on a softball camp. Like last
Uh-huh.
year, me and a couple moms like rented this Airbnb. We're like, we're gonna go to the girls' in softball camp. Like while
Mm-hmm.
they're out, we're gonna go grab brunch and all this stuff. We like
bad.
drive 2 hours,
Uh-huh.
get there, we go up to the field. You know, like the scenes in the movies where like the crickets and like you hear the
Oh.
birds chirping. It's like this field is like, is there even a field? It's like literally grass with like a couple bases sticking out. And we're like, is this it? Like, are we wrong?
Yeah.
It was. And the girls hated it. So we ended up just staying at the Airbnb. We're like, you don't have to go back to that camp. Like that was, and then the Airbnb had no Wi-Fi. The AC went out.
no.
So I'm like, okay, I am like PTSD
You sound like my
from
Merritt Island trip recently.
Yeah.
softball camp. So
Yeah.
I'm like, Cassie's like, no more softball camps. Like Cassie is like, no.
I don't know. My husband is really like good about no softball, no sports. Like he
During the summer.
yes, he protects
Like the off season.
Yes,
The
he-
true off season.
Yes, he is very much like he's not anti-sport. He's I wouldn't say he's anti anything, but he really struggles with the travel sports because of how much time it takes away from the family because he does work nights.
Mhm.
And so he does fight we're gone every weekend, we're
Mhm.
this, we're that. And so he muscles through and he's a team player. And, of course, he's always going to cheer on the girls. But behind closed doors, like I know how he really feels. And I have to kind of like take the heat and like filter
Right.
through it. He vents to me.
So that's like the compromise. Like,
But-
okay.
but the summers, like, he's like, we're not doing a lot. Like for me to I haven't even told him about this coach doing stuff yet.
He'll be
Because-
surprised.
Surprise.
You better tell him
Well,
soon,
because he,
Surprise.
he works nights
We're
and
gonna give out a lot of 90-degree
A lot of-
verticals.
a lot of-
We're going 90-degree this summer, not horizontal vertical. We're
Oh,
going
yeah.
90s.
I haven't told him about it, but he works a lot of nights. So I'm like, it'll just be in the mornings. He won't even know. It's fine. But if it's weekend stuff, like he's just like there was sniffs about 8U doing some tournaments over the summer, and he's like, nope, we're not doing tournaments during the summer care. And I was like, okay.
I
You
think
heard
there's
that
some
first,
family-
Coach Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
and my Clint's like, not with our kid. I'm like, okay.
I understand
There's a
like
lot of
his
family.
wanting to like
Mhm.
protect that family time.
Absolutely.
But I feel like
'cause
it's
he's the-
healthy for the kids too
To have a
like,
break.
not get burnt
Yeah.
out.
But
Yeah.
you know, and it
For sure.
and he's like, listen, I don't get to do the daily with them.
Yeah.
Like I'm gone, I'm sleeping and I'm gone. So you're with them sun up to sundown and you get to deal with all of that. So he's like,
Miss that.
when I'm home, like
Yeah.
it's like, tomorrow he'll be home and I'll run from field to field because we're in 2 separate fields. And he's like, I want my family together when I can have them together. Like we will do our commitment for the season, but when June hits, deuces.
Yeah.
So I have to kind of covertly fit in training
Yeah.
because
But see,
That's fair.
I like the training over the summer and I like the sports
Yeah.
camps because you get to learn, like see
Yeah.
other kids. And I like the sports camp, like we'll do the baseball one, but then like YMCA has different ones where it's just like we're doing beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
like all of that.
Yeah.
I like it. It keeps them, they usually are
That's
like tired
different.
of me.
that's different.
But I feel
But
like the kids need that. Like
Yeah.
that,
They need
like
it
they
out.
should I feel like at this all of our kids at our ages, maybe
Mhm.
like your older ones, but like I feel like they should try all different sports.
Yeah,
Like, I am
absolutely.
like dying for Cassidy to do like volleyball. Like
But
she
see,
would
like,
be
I
so
like the
good at it.
YMCA.
She would be.
I like the YMCA camp because
Yes.
I like that
they're inexpensive too.
they're not nearly as expensive, but I also like their community,
Mhm.
like their values,
Yeah.
and
It's
their
local.
coaches, and it's local.
Yeah.
And I like that each week is like a different sport.
Yes.
So it's not just like, oh, we're doing, I don't know, like 7 sports in 1 week. Your kid is not going to really see if they like
Right.
it.
Yeah.
But I do over the summer, like Grayson will keep his pitching and stuff like that, just
Same.
because
Well, you
It's-
have to. Yeah.
it's more just like to hone in on the skills,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I
Keep it
think
up.
that's fun. I don't like to give him a break because then he's lazy. And then he literally will just be like,
Yes.
I want to play video games. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not doing that all
Yeah.
summer. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
if I don't give him some type of summer structure, he
And get
will
him
like
out the door.
horizontally embed
Yeah.
in video games all day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I can
for
see
sure.
that with my kids too.
It's okay to have like a lazy day, but like I get it too because as a
Not
coach,
all
like,
summer.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but you get them out there in the backyard or you do something related to the sport because
Yeah.
summer does blow by.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, I think to Clint's point, like he, in his mind, it's like if you either have it or you don't. You either have the talent or you don't. Like
Mhm.
he's like, and, he's 50, gonna be 52 this year. So like he grew up where there was none of this travel stuff. Like you
Yeah.
played your high school team, you played rec ball and you went to All-Stars and, you were playing, whatever. So like he just has a different mindset and he's coming around to the idea of all this all of these programs and all the things you do and the hitting lessons and the catching lessons. I wouldn't say that he loves it.
Right.
But, of course he wants to do what he wants his children to feel like he's pouring into them. But I also have to respect the fact that he wants to kind of lay low and just enjoy being bored.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
enjoy
Together.
just not having anything to do. Enjoy
Yeah.
just being together. Lay on the couch together, watch a show together. Let's go have lunch together. Let's go play in the backyard together. Like he's like, I just miss our kids just being bored and finding things to do. Like we're constantly spinning a wheel.
Yes.
Like
Right.
there's always the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And sports has done that to us for sure. And that's why we took that season off last year. Last year. Because we needed to remember our whys,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it was a reset for us. And it was, why are we doing this? I'm not fighting you to do this. Like if you want this, you need to fight for it. You need to
Absolutely.
work
Yeah.
for it.
Yep.
I don't need to tell you to hit and like, go practice your tee work or go field a ball. Like that's on you. Like, why am I doing this?
Mhm.
And Clint's like, we don't need to be paying all these lessons for this and that. Like if they want to pitch, we have all this stuff here. They can do it here.
Yeah.
Like he's just not bought into the I don't know what the word is, but I also, he knows that he's
The
just,
grind of it.
Yes.
He's not bought into
The
the grind
the
of it.
grind. That's it.
Because
The grind.
that can be very that's really, and I agree with him to an extent because it really can swallow you up.
It does.
It does.
Because when you talk to other parents, and it doesn't matter whatever sport you're in, oh, we're doing this, and you're almost like, oh, damn, like should I be doing that? You get like a
Yes.
level
Yeah.
of FOMO,
Mhm.
and then it's like, okay, well, do we really need to be doing that? Like, and I think that's where you just have to hone in and like look at your kid. But I also agree with that being bored. I do. So
Yeah.
like I'll
Mhm.
keep some stuff in the mix over the summer, but there are some days where I'm like, I get like they have a list in the morning of like what they have to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, read for an hour. Like, play with your sister, create a business with your sister. Like, I don't know. I just come up
Go
with
build a
something.
damn fort.
Go make
Yeah.
a
Do
lemonade
something.
stand. Like, I don't know, whatever. Just because
I feel like that too. I agree with you guys.
I don't
on
like
this.
that. When they come up and they're like, I'm bored. I'm like, you don't even know.
You don't know what bored is.
You don't know.
You don't
what
even know
bored
what
is.
bored
I used to climb the wall of the front of my neighborhood. And I remember falling off, like literally, we were like, let's walk the wall, the brick
Mowgli.
wall of the neighborhood.
Here's Jungle Book over
and
there.
I ended up falling and like ripping my arm apart from the
Yeah.
concrete. But like, or climbing trees
Or
or dirt
the
walls or
hell?
whatever.
I never had that childhood. What is wrong?
You didn't have a job?
No, I didn't have like
no,
that.
girl.
That's
stuff.
shocking.
My mom's like, you're not getting dirty.
You didn't
I'll never
experience
forget
dirty.
you
at
at
the
the
birthday party in the sandals and everything.
Oh.
Look at Yuritsa walking across
I know.
the dirt.
I
went to a
actually
farm
worried.
birthday party.
I worried
was
about
worried for you too.
I worried for you on that.
She
I
went
was
to
like,
a birthday party on a farm and she wore sandals. We're like, look at this little baby giraffe.
I
making
wore
it across
Crocs.
the
They were
sand pit.
platforms,
They were
so they were like
platforms.
super like I didn't like touching the sand.
All of us are in like
Oh,
nasty shoes.
yeah.
And here comes Yuritsa. She's like, I don't
I'm
know
like
what to
kicking up the
wear.
dirt
it
in my
looked like a
flip-flops.
baby giraffe walking
did.
across the
We
thing.
did. We're like,
So
look at this baby
embarrassing.
giraffe and her platforms walking
Oh,
across the
I'm
dirt.
just not.
I would
Everyone
expect
knows
nothing
I'm not
less.
an outside girly.
Yeah.
This sports
Which is
mom
nothing
life
wrong
is
with
like
that.
it's been a lot.
But I love that
But I've
my daughter
adopted.
does it as well, and she's like, God, like
Yeah.
she's the baby giraffe.
Yes.
Right behind you.
Yeah, she's like,
Doesn't
ew.
like outside?
No, her dog.
Oh, her
Yeah.
dog.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It was just the
God
cutest.
forbid
It
a
was so
freaking
cute.
fly
Yeah.
like comes
She
across
would
Ari.
freak
She's like,
out.
oh my God, it's a fly. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
she's
so
a little
relax,
extra.
Come to
Yuritsa.
my house.
I don't know how many times I call Aria Yuritsa. I'm like, relax, Yuritsa.
Do you?
Listen,
Yes.
love
She'll
it.
be like, okay. And I'm like, okay, Yuritsa, go get your glove. Like,
she is a little bit.
she is literally
she
her
is
to
precious.
the T.
She's
She'll
the
say, she's like,
best.
I'm not doing that. And I was like, you are.
Oh my
She's
God.
like, okay.
I know.
So cute.
I'm very
That's
scared
true.
for when she's like an actual teenager in the
Listen,
teens.
I'm already terrified.
because her sass is next level.
And then she like means
And
it.
I don't
Yeah,
mean
but
to,
she
like
should have that sass at her size and the things that she can
Think-
pull off. for her
listen,
size.
but
talk
it's,
about her
my
sass.
problem is like I'll be sitting next to you and she'll do something and I have to like, well, I can't laugh because you'll be like mad. You're like, don't, it's not funny. And I'm like, kind of is.
It is
Yeah.
kind of.
It was
Well,
very
she's
clever.
like so she's petite, like she's a tiny
yeah.
little thing, and when she goes to pitch, like she has this thing where she like swipes, like if she strikes someone out, she goes swipe this, and then lately she's like, "Mom, can you play Thank You Next every time
Oh
that
my God.
happens?"
I'm not even going to comment
Oh
on
my
this.
God.
So I
It was.
tried it.
You did it?
Listen, I did it. Listen,
did.
because it's her branding. Listen,
Yeah.
she's
Wow.
like created a little thing.
Oh.
But let me tell you, this was a mom fail. My fault because
Oh,
I
was it a
totally
fail? Because
wasn't
I
a
listened to
bear.
her for an hour after.
What do you mean? Oh, because Ari's like, she played it wrong. Yeah.
No,
So
Patrick. You played it wrong.
One of the two. So I clipped the song, did all the things. I was paying very attention. I was sitting next to the Game Changer mom. So she was like, doing all the things. I played it because the girl stepped out of the box and was turning away. I thought she striked her out.
Man.
Girl, it was her second strike. She was
Okay.
not out.
And the best thing is, I was like, "Oh, that's a good song." Again, this is why
Yeah,
I sit next to
yeah,
other moms. I know what's happening.
And I
And
got
Ari's
here like,
like-
I didn't even. I'm probably
Patrick's
right
like,
there
"You're
with her, and I have
right
no clue what's
No,
going
you have
on.
no-
I'm
You were
literally,
right behind
not
me.
Yeah, and I'm like,
not Mohawk.
And then-
Okay, but if
Mohawk and
I was on the other team, I don't know if I would have even picked that up.
See,
Oh, yeah, you would have picked it up.
Would I have?
Yeah, but Patrick and I, when we knew there were only 2 strikes, Patrick and I.
Thanks, guys, so much for tuning in to this week's episode. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much. And here's our mom highlight of the week from one of our MVP players. Enjoy.
What is your mom's favorite color?
Pink.
What is her favorite food to cook?
Tacos.
What does she like to do in her free time?
She likes to go to the beach and go to church.
What is one special thing that your mom does for you?
Sometimes she takes me out when I do really good and she gives me a new pair of earrings.
Very nice. What is one of your favorite snacks that your mom packs for you for softball?
The apple slices with little cheeses.
Yummy. What is a really important lesson that mom has taught you?
To never think about other people, just do your own thing.
What's something funny that your mom sometimes says?
When I'm fielding, she's like, catch the potato.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be 3 things. I want to be a person who bakes, a professional softball player, and a Disney worker.
A Disney worker. And what's your mom's favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Do you know why?
'Cause she likes presents.
And if your mom could be any animal, what would she be
A
and why?
flamingo, because she likes the color pink and she just likes flamingos.
Awesome. Is there a special message you want to say to your mom?
Thank you for being my mom and being kind. Thank you. I love you. Bye.